the headliner game, the Pac-2 championship, Oregon State at Washington State. Uh, gosh, how can you not think about like the Heisman conversation is going to come up in the national media, and not a single one of them is going to mention Cam Ward, by the way. Not a single one of them. And this kid is playing better than any quarterback in college football right now. It is absurd what he is doing. It is absurd what he is doing. Josh Kelly's receiver also had an insane game. Every time I looked, he was just making some ridiculous yak play or some ridiculous one-handed catch. He was unbelievable. Oregon State still got theirs on the ground for sure. Absolutely. And that's just what Oregon State's going to be. We talked about, though, DJ in a big game on the road was going to make those. Look, he brought this team back. They made a late surge in the fourth quarter, but ultimately it just was not enough. And yeah, that pretty it wasn't a terrible. Well, it was a bad interception, but it wasn't backbreaking because it was early in the game. And but they just weren't able to. It's hard to come back as a team that identifies as a team that runs the ball a lot. It's hard to come back in a game when you're down. What was it, like 21 or 24 that they were down? It's hard to come back like that. It's hard to come back like that. Damian Martinez is still unbelievable. He still is really good. That offensive line is still good. BJU is still better than Chance Nolan or Ben Gulbranson, who they would throw out there otherwise. He's still better than any other option Oregon State has. So I still feel really good about both of these teams moving forward. Washington State immediately has perked my interest as a team that could contend if they can sneak some wins. If they can just sneak a couple wins, good Lord. Gosh, and the Jake Dickert conversation continues. I got absolutely railed for taking Jake Dickert over Billy Napier. And gosh, I know it's still early, but with every week, Jake Dickert is looking like a stud. So is Cam Ward. What are your thoughts? We both had Washington State, by the way, to cover and win this game, just to let you guys know.
Yeah, I'll be on record as saying I've been on Washington State since week 2. All right.
You took their over. You took
In
their
the
over
offseason.
6.5.
I'm talking about just like in general. But yes, I did take their over. That was a play for me. And here's why. Look at this drive. This drive against a pretty darn good defense in Oregon State, right? Touchdown, 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 fumble, touchdown, missed field goal, touchdown, field goal, over turnover on downs. I mean, the game could have been worse for Oregon State defensively. They were lucky to only give up 38 points. Now they're playing against a quarterback, like you said, in Cam Ward, who is scorching hot right now. Everything he touches is gold, except
Just
I think
scorching.
he had a fumble. But God, I mean, they're playing awesome right now. I think if you switch the environment this is in, if this is in Corvallis, it's definitely a different game. I mean, if you're Washington State, though, God, you still have a tough schedule, and all the games are on the road.
They're all on
You
the
still
road. They're all on the road.
Oregon. I would love to see um Washington play Washington State at Washington State this year. I think that could be like a top 12 matchup type game. And I think Washington State, if they're at home, could totally give Washington a real good run for their money. I'm gonna continue to say it. Cam Ward, and you say it. I mean, he deserves more credit than he's getting. He's been awesome. And like you said, I think DJU, he was fine. And he's always gonna be the guy that needs help, with the wide receivers around him, the running game. To me, I think that they got into a negative game script, which never helps him, and it doesn't help any quarterback for that matter. In terms of Washington State, just unstoppable offensively in the first half. So yeah, I like you said, I still think we're both high in Washington State and Oregon State for that matter. If they continue to play both the way the styles they're playing right now, they're going to be really dangerous, really, real dangerous.